Hello, everybody. It is Coach Sarah, and it is time for our Thursday night coaching session. It is Thursday, May 6th. Can you believe it's May already? And we're headed into a new month. And I may not only be speaking for myself when I talk about this idea that sometimes things in our life may feel a little bit out of control. And there are a lot of things that can feel out of control. Our finances can feel out of control. Our health can feel out of control. We can feel like things in our relationships are out of control, our job, etc. But where are you dedicating that energy, or where you're dedicating that energy rather, is what's going to be thriving. So are you dedicating your energy focusing on the problem that you have, or are you dedicating your energy to focusing on what you can control, or what is within your grasp, or the habits and behaviors that you can do to shift that tide in a different direction? So tonight we are going to talk about controlling the controllables, because anytime we're faced with adversity or obstacles, we could dedicate our energy and we could focus in on that lack or on that problem or on that emergency situation. And we could put all of our focus on the problem at hand, or we could put all of our focus on the habits and actions and behaviors necessary to get the end result that we're looking for, to circumvent the problem, to solve the issue that we're faced with. So I'm going to ask you, are you focused on the problem, or are you focused on the solution? Because many of us focus in on the problem, like the weight loss that we want to have, or like the movement issue that we have. We focus on the pain, or we focus on the weight, or we focus on the lack. When in all reality, we need to be focused in on the doing. We need to be focused in on the action taking. We need to be focused in on the consistency that it's going to take for you to move that needle in the direction that you want it to move when it comes to your goals, no matter what that goal is. I don't care, friend. I don't care what area of your life you want to move forward in. But if you're focused on the problem and not on the solution, you're only adding to the problem. So if you are somebody who wants to lose weight and you are staring at your scale, waiting for that needle to move, you're focused on the problem. You're not focused on the solution. What is it going to take to get that needle to move if you want to lose weight? It's going to take showing up for your water. It's going to take showing up for your sleep. It's going to take showing up for your veggies. It's going to take showing up for intentional movement. It's going to take showing up for your stress management. It's going to take showing up for all of the things that we have been driving home the last 30 days in the Big 5 Accountability Challenge. That's what it's going to take. If you want to get more fit, if you want to get more healthy, if you want to move that needle in that direction, and you want to impact your physical fitness, those 5 things are where you start. So if you were part of that 30-day accountability challenge, let me ask you, how focused were you on taking action every day? As opposed to how focused were you on what you couldn't do, or what you didn't have control over on the days that you couldn't get to bed on time and get those 7 hours in? Did you focus on what you lacked during the last 30 days when it came to the Big 5, or did you focus on what you had control over and what you could take action on? Did you focus on controlling the controllables? Because if you didn't, I have some good news for you. You're going to have a chance to do it over again. So controlling the controllables can look like a lot of different things when it comes to the actions and behaviors that we're expecting ourselves to do. But the controllables also can look very different from person to person, from day to day, even sometimes from minute to minute. So I'm asking each and every one of you right now, when you think about and reflect on if you were part of that Big 5, what did you spend most of your time focusing on? Did you spend most of your time focusing on the controllables or on the things that you didn't have control over? Because during these next 30 days, we're going to work on shifting that narrative to focusing on the controllables. What can you control? How can you show up? So we're going to be doing things a little bit differently this time. And rather than me assigning the goals to you, we are going to talk about what a good goal could look like for each of those categories. But then it's going to be up to you to choose where you're willing to go. And then show up for the next 30 days, starting May 10th, Monday, May 10th. Showing up for that goal, for the one that you set for yourself. So we're going to shift the tide a little bit this time. We're going to shift that narrative, and we're going to allow you to focus on the controllables that you set for yourself. So I invite you to join us for that, because even if you did the last 30 days, this is going to give you a new layer of accountability. It's going to give you a new layer of ownership over the goals, because you're going to be the one determining what they look like. And then it's going to be up to you to follow through. So our focus during these next 30 days is going to be truly controlling the controllables. So if you know that 8 hours of sleep isn't where you can go, if you know that 7 hours of sleep isn't what you can get each night because of what you're dealing with in your life, but you've been getting 4, showing up for 5.5 is a heck of a lot better than not showing up at all, right? Showing up for 6 is better than not showing up at all. But sometimes when somebody else is setting the goals, we can feel like we're not able to control the controllables. So we're going to allow you to shift that narrative during these next 30 days, and you're going to be the one calling the shots on what that looks like, which should really be a very exciting prospect for many of you, because I know that many of you during the Big 5 felt like those goals were on a pedestal, meaning that they were really big, really hairy, really audacious, and maybe even felt a little out of reach. During these next 30 days, we want to bring those goals within reach. So for some of you, they might look the same. For some of you, it might mean scaling back a little. But I'm going to invite you to join me again Monday night to talk more about what that's going to look like. Because we're going to kick off that first day together. And we're going to talk about what the Big 5 are, what the Big 5 aren't, how you can set those goals up, what that can look like. And then we're going to get to work tracking them. Because it's all about consistency and showing up, not perfectly, but better than yesterday. So if you are up for that kind of a challenge and you are ready to drop your excuses and start focusing on what you can control, this is where you want to be. So make sure you show up on Monday. Even if you can't show up on Monday, I'll make sure that I get you the information on how to join us. Just make sure that you reach out to me somehow and let me know that you're in, because that's all I need to know. I can help you with the rest. So the Big 5 is going to kick off on Monday, May 10th. We're going to kick it off with a meeting, and then I'll give you guys all the details on what it's going to look like moving forward. Monday, May 10th isn't going to necessarily be day 1, but it is going to be the day that we meet and we go over all of the ground rules for what you guys are going to be doing moving forward, and then we'll get everything all set up. So if you have any friends or family members or coworkers who you know want and need some accountability in their life, send them this video. Let them know that they are welcome to join us. And if you are watching this and you are a friend of someone who gave you this video, you are welcome to join us. It is going to be a life-changing experience for many of you who have yet to grab your goals by the horns and allow yourself to start living your best life. So I look forward to being a part of that journey with you. If you're somebody who is new to Functional Effect, welcome. If you are a veteran of the group, we love having you here. Either way, We're going to be kicking this off on Monday, May 10th with a virtual meeting just like this. I'll be sending out the link. I'll be putting it all out there for you guys way ahead of time so that you have all the information that you need to be able to share it with the people you love. But again, it's going to be free to participate. We're not going to be charging anything for this accountability challenge. It's really to help people get their health on track and to get them to think outside the box. So if you know anybody who wants in on that, send them our information. They know, you know where we're at. And we look forward to having all of you come hang out with us for 30 days and get those habits on track. So we will see you in the group on Monday night. I will put out the link and make sure that you do not miss it. It is going to be at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, unless otherwise noted. But again, make sure that you are in the community group and you're making sure that you're checking for those posts, because I'll drop all of the information here in the next 24 hours so that you will have access to that. So have a great night. And if you are watching this and you are a mama, have a very happy Mother's Day. Each and every one of you. Giving life is such an amazing feat, and the female body is just a magical thing. So to each and every one of my mamas in this room, have a happy Mother's Day. I love you all, and good night.